Welcome back on Diamond. Today I want to propose you a video about the review about the update of the FleshEater Courts Battletome released with the White Dwarf issue 477 of June 22. You can find the link in the description if you're interested about. And here it's the update about the Battletome FleshEater Courts to the new edition Dominion, so that there are the rules that are updated to it. There are not too many. Anyway, remember that this is quite important if you want to go to play with that Battletome, because it brings you a lot of things, so pay attention. We can see that we have a single new heroic action that has been added, but it's really important one, because it's Master Reinforcement. And this one, it's quite similar to the ability of the Crypt Gas Courtier, but you can apply both, so pay attention about such. So that Master Reinforcement make that at the start of your hero phase, you can carry out this heroic action with your FleshEater Courts hero, instead of any other heroic action you can carry out with that hero. And this action make that pick one friendly FleshEater Courts hero and roll 6 dice. For each 2+, you can return one slain model to a friendly search unit within 10 inch of that hero, and for each 5+, you can return one slain model to a friendly knight unit within 10 inch of that hero instead. Slain models that can be returned to more than one unit if you wish, so you are not to have select the units, but all the ones that are within, not only within, but within simply 10 inch. And you have to remember that each such resource can only be used to return one model to a single unit. So you can't make that you use that same dice to apply to more units. So a die to a unit, simple one. You can apply more dice to a single unit, but you can't make that the dice can provide models to more units than the dice. So one die, one unit, simple it. And about the knights, I want to remind you that in the description you can find my way to monetize the models about the knights, so it can be useful. And then we have the modifying of the channel throne, that is the faction terrain feature about the FleshEater Courts. This has been completely renewed on the rules. Technically they are the same as concept, as names, but are changed in the effect, final effect. So we have that it's defensible, so this terrain feature is defensible terrain feature that can be garrisoned by a single one FleshEater Courts hero with a wound characteristic of 8 or less. So it means that you can't have any of the heroes like the Abhorrent King on Tarrogest or on Dragon Zombie, so pay attention about such. Then you had the Gaulish landmark that has been changed, so that now while an enemy unit is within 12 inch of any terrain feature with this Shanghai rule, it cannot be affected by any abilities that allow unit to ignore Battleshock test. So it means that those enemy units suffer Battleshock test. It means that the Ossiable Reapers could have a bit of problems because they have the ability, specific one, that make them not be able to suffer the Battleshock test. So it can be quite interesting. Then we have Ruler of all surveys that make it that while a friendly FleshEater Courts hero is garrisoned a terrain feature with dictionary rules, so this channel throne, pay attention, you have to sacrifice a model to garrison. Friendly FleshEater Courts heroes wholly within 12 inch of this terrain feature, so it includes also the one garrison, obviously, can issue the Summon Man at Arms, Summon Courtier, Summon Royal Guard, and Summon Imperial Guard commands without a command point being spent. So it means that it's more interesting because, okay, you have a model that has to be garrison this sharing feature, but at the same time, that same model doesn't spend command point if it uses its own ability, but also all the other heroes within 12 inch in range. So it means that you have at least 24 inch of diameter. So it's really quite interesting. It's been changed, but I think that has been a good change about such a shiny feature because it is something that you include for sure. And then we had the grand strategies. We had a single new grand strategies, but you have to pay attention because it's easy at the same time it requires you to pay attention to the detail because it's growing kingdom. When the battle ends, you complete this grand strategy if there are at least 3 friendly FlescEater Courts units on the battlefield that were not on your starting army. So it means that you had to have used the summoning. So you had to have at least 3 heroes in your army that can make the summons, and those summon with at least one model, but they have to be on the battlefield to realize such one. It's simple technically, but at the same time you have to save a part of those units, and you have to remember that you have to realize this at least 3 heroes able to summon the new units. So it's easy to do, but there are certain things that you have to remember that you have to bring to yourself to be able to realize such kind of strategies. So quite nice. And then we have 3 new battle tactics available exclusively to the FlesHeater Courts, but they are not so simple to realize. We have Screamed to Death that make you pick one enemy unit on the battlefield, and you complete this battle tactic if that unit is destroyed this turn by attack made with missile weapons by friendly Crypt Flyers unit, Royal Terrorgeist, or Abhorrent Ghoul King on Royal Terrorgeist. And remember that it's not so simple to kill units with the Crypt Flyers, so you have to need a lot of efforts to realize such. Then we have Royal Hound that make that when you reveal this battle tactic, pick one enemy monster, keyword monster, on the battlefield that has less than 5 wounds allocated to it. So not the wound characteristic of 5 or less, but that is suffered less than 5 wounds. And you complete this battle tactic if that monster is slain during this turn. If that enemy monster was slain by an attack made by a friendly abhorrent unit, score a additional victory point. At least it's abhorrent as keyword, so you have access also to the abhorrent for the ones that are on Dragon Zombie, on Terrorgeist, so it's a bit easier. Anyway, it means that you have really to hunt a monster. And then we have United Court, that when you reveal this battle tactic, pick one objective on the battlefield that your opponent controls, and you complete this battle tactic if you control that objective at the end of your turn, and it's contested by at least one friendly serfs model, one friendly knight model, and one friendly courtier model. Remember that you have to have all these 3 models available, so serf, courtier, knight, and so it means that you have to sacrifice a lot of your units to make such battle tactics. It can be easy sometimes, but you have to take it out this objective from your opponent, and remember that you have to have such units available, so it's not so simple. So from Dino Mode, it's everything. I invite you to put a like on this video, to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell, and to comment this video if you are interested in something about this video or you want to suggest me some arguments for other videos. I hope to see you again. To the next time.